In our next tutorial, we will show you how to add an event to your website. Upon logging in and being greeted with your dashboard, we will use our mouse cursor to find the ME calendar, and hovering over it, we will simply select Add Event. This will take us to a new page where the first thing we are asked is to add a title. For this tutorial, we're going to create an event called Sunday Celebration. Please ensure that the spelling is correct. We will then copy this title and we will scroll down to our Yoast SEO. Our Yoast SEO is very important as this is what Google will use to index your event within its search results. We will then paste our title in the focus key phrase and we will scroll down to the edit snippet. Upon selecting this, a window will expand. The slug will include the title, and for the meta description, we will simply paste the title as well. And as you can see, I've pasted the title and the bar has appeared below and has turned orange. This bar will continue to grow and will eventually turn green as more text is entered. Once we have entered too much text, the bar will go from green to red, indicating that we need to remove some. Next, we need to include a nice description pertaining to the Sunday celebration. As you can see, we have entered a description and the bars turned to green, indicating it is the preferred amount of text. Next, we will select Close Snippet Editor and we will scroll back to the top. Our next step will be to enter a nice description about the Sunday celebration. Once we have entered the description, we will scroll down to the event details. We will start with the date and time. Here we will insert a starting date, which will be the Sunday, and the end date will also be the Sunday, as it is a one-day event. Next, we can choose our starting time, which could be 8 in the morning, until 5 in the afternoon. Below that, we have an option to make it an all-day event. If we do this, you will notice that the times have disappeared, since it is an all-day event. We then have the option to hide the event time, or to hide the event end time. We also have an option to add notes about the time. Next, we have our event repeating. Here we can choose to repeat this event if it recurs each week. We also have our hourly scheduling, as well as our location and venue. Here we have currently set it to hide location, but we can choose to insert a new location. Here we will give it a name. We will give it a location. We can insert longitude and latitude, which is for our map, and we can even insert a website if required. Moving on to the links, we can add an event link. For example, if this was pertaining to another company, we can link their page here. We also have the option to add more information, which will take users to another link regarding the information about the event. In the organizer section, we can choose to insert a new organizer. Here we will simply insert the name of the organizer, their phone number, email address, and link if we have one. Lastly, in the cost section, here we can enter the cost for the event. If there is no price involved, we will simply leave this blank. Scrolling down, we will come back to our Yoast SEO. We have already covered this, so we can continue with the next step. Scrolling back to the top, we can choose the status of the post, the status of the event, as well as the visibility and when it will be published. We can publish the event immediately, or we can schedule it to only become available to be viewed in a week's time. Scrolling down to our tags, This section is also very important as it is also what Google will use to index this event within its search results. So we will copy the title of the event and we will paste it in here and we will add. We'll also add any other relevant information, including the organizer names, locations, and so forth. So we will insert South City. We will insert South City Church. We will insert church. We can do Sunday service, and so forth. Once we are happy with all the tags, we will scroll down to our categories. Let's say, for example, that this Sunday celebration only applies to the adults, then we would select the adult category. However, if this also applies to the city kids, we will simply include that category as well. Once we have included all our categories, we will scroll down and we can give the event a color. Lastly, we will scroll down and we will reach the featured image. Here we will select Set Featured Image and a new window will appear. We have the option to upload a new image from our computer, or we can choose to use an image already uploaded to our media library. For this tutorial, I will be selecting this image and we will set the featured image. As you can see, it has loaded the image on the right hand side and in the Google preview. Lastly, we will run through it one more time to ensure everything is correct. We have a title, we have our description, we have entered all our event details, we have inserted our Yoast SEO, scrolling to the top, we have set our date for it to be published, we have included our tags, we have selected our categories, we have selected the event color, and we have a featured image. Now that we are happy with this, we will scroll to the top of the page and we will select Publish. That is how you would add an event to your website.